I am Nelson Colon. I'm come from Puerto Rico. I am the president and CEO of the Puerto Rico Community Foundation. The references is an extremely useful tool for a couple of reasons. One is the quick response, and that's what we need. We don't have the time nor the resources to allow for a long period of time to provide a response. So the first question we submitted was about the math curriculum. And we were really intrigued by what's happening in Singapore, for example, or what's happening in Massachusetts regarding math curriculum. And we got very straightforward response comparing the Puerto Rico curriculum with Massachusetts and Singapore. And we discovered some fascinating things. We have more requirements than Singapore, and yet Singapore is performing much better than Puerto Rico in any kind of international or national test. So that was one reason for asking from the REL to assist us, and from the reference desk to assist us in comparing in a very rapid way the three curriculums, just to figure out what's going on. How come their students are performing much better than our students in Puerto Rico?
My name is Alice Saney. I am an education consultant after 40 years in education and having been a superintendent for 26 of those. I'm now doing consulting and assisting districts in Vermont with projects. And I am currently working with the Washington Central Supervisory Union as a facilitator for a task force on special education and moving the governance of special education into the supervisory union, or the central office level, as opposed to the schools and school districts. So for me, normally it was an easy suggestion to suggest that the REL be given a reference desk question on that issue. And so she actually sent in two different requests to the reference desk around moving services and the provision of services and the management of services for special education, and what the practices and research said about that happening in small rural districts around the United States. I think we had it in less than 2 days, and it was very good to be able to sit down with 14 people who were not at all certain that what we were doing was the right thing, despite the fact that it's what the law now says we're going to do, and be able to show them what is happening across the United States. And it was independently gathered and unbiased, because the REL had done it for us. The ability to have a reference desk that provides this unbiased view of educational issues was once again invaluable for an educational entity in Vermont.
I'm Dr. Celeste Fuller. I'm the Director of Elementary Education for the West Warwick Public Schools. I am a frequent user of the reference desk, and one of the reasons why I find it so valuable is because I consider myself to have very good research skills. However, sometimes I get a request from either the superintendent or even from a principal about some idea or some information that they need. And even though I could go and research it, I love going to the reference desk for several reasons. One is because I can get a quick turnaround. My time isn't always so conducive to spending time searching for the different types of research. And the REL has experts who call from a variety of sources, and they also provide you with a great summary. Last year, we were looking at systematizing the amount of time per subject in our elementary schools. And so I sent out a request to the REL because we had formed a committee. We're looking at minutes per day per subject, and we wanted to know what did the research say, also what other school districts have done in the past in terms of setting up a schedule that would support the types of instruction that we wanted to provide for children during the course of the day. I posed the question to the board, to the REL research, and they sent back quite a lot of information. We used that information in terms of creating the schedule, talking about what worked in other districts, what would work for us given the length of our school day. So it really helped inform our schedules, which are now in place for this school year.